What's up everybody, Brian with First Shot Tactical, back with another video for you here today. And today we're doing a quick unboxing and overview of the Monstrum Beast. This is a first focal plane optic, and as far as the specs on it here, we can see that it is, the body's black, the reticle is their CM6, which we're gonna get a look down the optic here in a bit and show you what that actually looks like. And this is a 3:18 by 50 first focal plane scope. But with that, let's go ahead and get this unboxed and see what all comes with it. All right, so what all comes in the box? We have a cleaning cloth. We then have some star keys or whatever Allen keys and some screws here. We also have this is like their adjuster to get the battery doors open and off, and another Allen wrench there. They provide a battery, and this is a CR2032 battery. Sometimes they ship it with a battery in, and then they give you an extra one, but we'll see here in a sec. They give you this notice that the scope must be zeroed for a minimum of 25 yards, which I'd recommend doing like 100-yard zero with this. Then they do provide the scope mounts, and this was actually pretty cool. On this one scope mount ring here, they give you the level on top. And then last and most important is our actual optic. It does have a little bikini strap cover on it, which we can take off. And then you can see we have the adjustable turret on the side here, one on top. And then on the left side will be our illumination then. Also on the rear, again, this is a 3:18. So this is where you can adjust the power of the magnification. So you just crank it around. There it's maxed out at 18. And then here it'll be back to the minimum, which is 3. And then also you do have this adjuster here for plus or minus, and that's for your focus. And I did just confirm, I turned the illumination on this, and there is a battery already in it. So you can just keep this one as a backup for later on. As far as putting your scope mount, if you're gonna use these, or if you have a different one here, obviously, whatever gun you're putting it on, make sure and get it level, and make sure these are level, and that's level, and in general, everything is level. But for the sake of this video here, we want to get a look down the optics, so I'm just going to put these on and then get this level on the right setup later. But again, make sure and level this when you do put this on. So I just quickly put these mounts on here so that way you can mount it to a rifle. But again, I'm going to level this later. But as far as the actual optic here, we're going to take a look down the reticle here in a sec. But before we do, as far as the features on it here, on the right side, this is going to be adjustments for your windage, so left and right. And this is a locking turret, so to adjust it, you pull this out, and then you can actually rotate it, and you'll hear the clicks. And then when you get it to the right spot, you simply just push it back in, like that, and then now it's going to be locked so you don't accidentally bump it. For the top, which is your elevation then, this is not a locking turret, I don't believe. Yeah, it looks like it doesn't go up or down, but you can easily make your adjustments here. Again, just dialing it, and you can hear the clicks. And then when you get your right spot, you just hold it there. And this also does have a zero stop for zeroing this, so we'll get to that here in a sec. And then over on the left side here, since this is a high power scope, so it goes 3:18, is you do have an adjustment for parallax. This is also known as AO, or adjustable objective. So what this means is most LPVOs are parallax free up to like 100 yards, I believe it is. But for this one, since you can reach out further, is you can adjust the parallax. So when you're touching out to a further distance, like 200 here, this is going to make the adjustments for parallax, so that way you are still on target out at larger distances. And then right next to that here, we have the illumination. And again, if you need to put a battery in or swap it out, actually we can take this sticker off here. You can simply open that battery door, put a new battery in, and then this will have, it looks like it has 6 different illuminations, and this one is red. So you have 6 here when you turn it on, and then it does have offs in between, which I like, so it'll go off, and then it'll be on 5, off, and so on and so forth. One last big thing that I mentioned is the zero stop, and I'll show you how to access or change that here. And to do that, we're gonna use the little tchotchke that they gave us here, this guy. And so when zeroing this optic, you might have to, make a bunch of adjustments and you get it zeroed, but we don't want our zero to be on like 17 here. So all you do is you take this tchotchke, you open up the top door here. So just lefty-loosey, and then this guy should pop off. And there we go, like that. And then now you have 2 set screws. So you have a set screw here. You will need to loosen that, and you can do that with the Allen wrench that's provided. So actually I'll show you here. We'll go ahead and make sure that this is loose so we can see it's hanging out a bit. And then the other one you need to loosen is this top one here, which it actually looks like it's already loose. So it's ready to be zeroed from the box. On top of that then is we're gonna use our tchotchke again, and we're gonna remove that center piece here like so. And then we can set that aside. And then now once you get everything zeroed in, this is where you can remove the entire turret. You can now reset it to your 0 here, push it back down like so. So once you get it zeroed to the right spot here, we're just gonna reverse order this. So we're gonna take this cap here first. We're gonna put that on top. Use our little tchotchke again, and we're gonna screw that down. And then once you have that down, you can use your Allen wrench to tighten that 0 stop set screw here. So we're gonna go ahead and crank that down there, and then just double check this cap here, make sure that that's down as well. And then now we can take our external set screw here, and then we're just gonna tighten that one then too. Once you have those tightened, the last thing is to put that last cover on top here. Use our tchotchke one last time, and then we're just gonna tighten this guy down. And after that, you'll have your Optic zeroed in and you're good to go. Same thing applies here to the side here. So for your windage, you can also remove this one. So again, when you're getting it zeroed in, but for this one, since it is a locking turret, there is no set screw on this side. So you simply just remove the turret, adjust it to where you need it once you get it zeroed, put it back to 0 on your marker on the side. And then you just take that cover again, and then you use your tchotchke and you just screw it back on. Pretty cool seeing a budget optic like this come with a 0 stop and easy access to get this zeroed and with the parallax. I'm gonna be honest, Monstrum's been killing it with all of their optics being price friendly and pretty high quality. And this is another testament to that as well. Now let's go ahead and get a look down the reticle and show you what it looks like. All right, taking a look down the scope here. First thing is, let's actually turn the illumination on. So I'm gonna put it to 6 right away. So there it clicks on. Now let's go ahead and zoom this in. So right now we are at 3x or 3 power, and I'll kind of call out as we're going here. So now we're at 4, we're at 5, 6x, 7, 8. Now we're at 9, 10, and then now we're going to 12, 14, 16, and then now we're maxed out at 18. Since this is a first focal plane, as we zoomed in, you could see that the reticle zooms in with you. That's the whole just behind a first focal plane versus a second focal plane. And as far as clarity here, I know it's always a little bit different on camera, but guys, this is super clear when we're out to, I forget how far that ridge is there, but it's pretty far, and we're zoomed into 18 power. And as we can see right there, those are some cactus up on that cliff, and we could clearly shoot one of those if we wanted to. Zooming back out, let's go ahead and just kind of get a look at it again. So calling it out, we're at 10, here we're at 8, 7, 6, and then now we're at 5, 4, and then back to 3x then. Glass clarity looks good. Obviously we have illumination, so that's good. We got the locking turret for the windage, and then we have the 0 stop for the elevation. And the price point is pretty good on this guy. Again, I know I just said that Monstrum's been killing it, but taking a look down this, hopefully you guys can see what I'm talking about, because this is pretty awesome. Either way, just wanted to get a quick overview of this optic, give you a look down the reticle here, so that way if you're interested in picking one of these up, you know what to expect as far as the reticle, as well as magnification and all the different features here. Let me know in the comments if you're gonna be picking one of these up, as well as what setup you're gonna be putting this on. I have a Aero Precision AR-10 and 308 Winchester that I'm gonna put this guy on, and I'll keep you updated on how that runs. But again, leave a comment on what you'd use this for. Check the video description, got all the links you need down there. And until next time, have fun shooting, and we'll see you soon. Thanks everybody.